is, as you already know and as was already in the public domain, there were a number of communications between officials of Guyoil and representatives at various levels of this company, the company in question. And we had already formed a view in government that these communications were inappropriate for a variety of reasons, including the fact that some of these officials who were engaged in these discussions didn't have a mandate to do so. That was not their role or their function. The Auditor General, of course, we also wanted that matter to be looked into, and the Auditor General did ascertain that there was communication between a number of the officials, many of whom have already been identified, and in fact, examining the roles of these officials, the Auditor General found that a number of them, the communications were being engaged with officials who really should not have been engaging in these communications.
That was Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh relaying his comments on the findings of the probe into the fuel scandal allegations at the state-owned Guyana Oil Company, Guyoil. The Finance Minister explained to the newsroom on Thursday that the probe into the fuel scandal outlined several critical findings, confirming what was already suspected by the government. He said that the Auditor General confirmed that there was no contract, verbal or written, with the company involved, Aaron Royalty Inc. And while the recommendation was put forward in the concluded report, Dr. Singh relayed that it is unclear whether the report has been passed to the police. It was already handed over to the chairman of the board of directors at Guyoil, Paul Chung.
I will repeat what I said earlier. We have no room in this government for corrupt behavior, and at a minimum, I would say, even if, and I don't want to engage in speculation or speculative guessing, but at a minimum, the officials concerned exercised extremely poor judgment in this matter. At a minimum, they exercised very poor judgment in this matter. And when you hold important positions in such companies, we expect you to be able to exercise better judgment.
Further, the Finance Minister said that the AG's report contained critical recommendations, chief among which were for the company to strengthen its system. This, he added, was left to the board to implement. The multi-million-dollar fuel scandal allegations surfaced in April. Guyoil later refuted the allegations made by Aaron Royalty Inc. that they were contracted to supply fuel and that there were kickbacks involved. The company had noted that there was no truth to the allegations and clarified that whilst ARI was one of the number of companies which Guyoil had discussions on the possibility of supplying fuel, the oil company did not at any time enter into a contract with them. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Shakima Day.